in the Faroe Islands. It's Italy taking on the holders Spain, and it is all to play for in this group. Spain, the narrow leaders right now in the section. They need a draw to be sure of making the semis. A victory would definitely be enough for Italy, but the fates of both of these two will also be affected somehow by the other game that... "90 minutes remain then, and three nations could end up winning this lead there. Venturelli, the skipper for the Azzurri, on the left, and with the armband today, it's Lua Arufe.
Here? Ball. Okay. What do you want to stay there? Okay, good luck.
So Spain will kick off. Italy have opted to stay where they are.
Okay, team, good luck. Enjoy. Let's go.
Spain, the holders. They've reached the final 3 years running, and they've reached the final 9 years out of 10 as a nation since this competition. Germany not present are the record winners, but no one gets to the final more than Spain. All in all, a lot on the line as Group B concludes here at the Under-17 Euros. Italy versus Spain was always going to be a good game anyway. Now there's even more on it. Plus, may well differ depending on what happens in the match between the Polish and the French. That one also kicking off now. Today seeing the end of the group stages. And don't forget that coming third in the group is a big deal. If you can't make it into the top two in the semis because of World Cup qualification. Lua Arufe, the Spanish skipper, on the front foot right from the off. First save of the game. You'd think Italy would have a better record than they actually do. The last time they qualified at this level, would you believe? 2018. Only 3 times have they qualified in all of the editions. 4 tournaments running they have not been at, but they have been really good to watch. And I mentioned they've started hard and fast in both games so far. Spain too have led pretty early in both of theirs. Let's see if they both go for it or both cancel one another out. Right now, just the one goal difference between these two, and that is in Spain's favour, hence why a draw here would be enough. Oh, Jimenez under pressure. Regular at full-back. Sylvie Cristobal finds Indias. Five matches here in this tournament, so let's expect entertainment today. High-scoring tournament in general. Galli here, the Roma player, really good. Has already debuted for them at senior level. Giulia Galli. And a little too... Both of these 11s, incidentally, have one player in it. Carvajal for Spain, Randazzo, the left-back for Italy, for whom a caution today would mean suspension. There is definitely another game to come for both of these sides. We just don't know what kind of game it'll be. Remember, third in Group A will play third in Group B, and the winner of that playoff will join the 4 semi-finalists to take the 5 berths available for UEFA at the World Cup that happens in Morocco at the back end of this year. And even though Poland have no points and are 4th as we kick off this final set of games, they could get that 3rd place for sure. They will if they win. And even though they've been beaten twice, they've been good. for big parts. Anna Kerr started all 3 games on the left wing for Spain. Tough test today up against Venturelli, the Italian skipper, who's been brilliant in both matches. Jimenez with the throw into Carvajal. Central midfield there, she's the one who's got to be careful on the card front. As has Randazzo here. Having been runners-up the 2 years immediately before that. This is the 4th year running we've had one of these Euros. Obviously a long wait in between because of the pandemic. Didn't happen in 20 or 21. Candela. Put them in complete control. Really calmly taken. It's an ever-present in qualifying too. Both these nations played 6 qualification games to get here. Too much on that for Venturelli. Equally, could be France. That's well won by Arrufé, just nudging Bressan off it. Arrufé, good touch for Rini on the cover, her centre-back partner. Bressan thankful for that, although she has just given the ball away again. Tons of energy already in these first 9 minutes here. Arrufé again. Bressan has followed her again. No Jimenez. Bag of energy, Lua Arrufé so far. In theory, the centre forward in this team, but as you'd expect with any Spanish team at any level, fluid. Montse Alabart here. That midfield 3 for Spain. Randazzo with the challenge for Italy. It's great to have so much on the game. And that's a decent effort, and it clipped the angle of post and bar. I think there was a deflection on Anna Kerr's shot there, and there is no way that Robbioni is getting anywhere near it. If it's on target, it's just off. Italy and Spain could finish first or second or third in Group B, which you don't often get in Game 3 of a tournament of this nature. It's a lot of pressure on young shoulders. Spain are having the better of it in these earlier stages. Candela Rodriguez, the youngest player out there for Spain right now. He just turned 16. Burst of speed here, it's past Arrufé towards Anna Kerr, that's worth a hit. And it's well blocked by Venturelli, Rosalia denied. And that one's a comfortable stop for Robbioni, but it's definitely Spain threatening more here in this. Jimenez. Picardi strong enough to hold her off while Bressan clears. Rosalia very neatly away. That was beautifully done to get away from Garzoni. I'm not sure the Italian centre forward who's come in today for Capelli has had a touch yet. That game, and obviously both these sides have met and drawn with the French again at tournament level. A lot of draws for Italy in their few tournament matches they've had at this level, 5 of them. Only 2 wins before this edition. Forward by Carvajal. Rosalia showing those neat feet again. That's becoming a bit of a theme, and she's away from Garzoni. And Monsalaba. Anna Kerr at the back of the box. Carvajal well closed down. Arrufe, surrounded by blue, has to go around and about to find some room, and she's found Anna Kerr here. Definitely Spain pressing the harder in this opening exchange, but the offside flag will curtail that. But Spain all in have reached 11 finals, 5 wins. This tournament initially began in 2008 when the vast majority of these players at it were being born. You always expect the Spanish to qualify well at pretty much every level of football, I think. And, well, the only match they didn't win out of the 6 was the final first stage game. They drew 3-3 against Austria. They actually kept that unbeaten record going by scoring 2 very, very late goals in that. They were 3-1. Definitely the dominant side so far in this crucial 3rd match day. It remains 0-0 between France and Poland. And as long as that stays the case, both of these will finish where they started today, in the top 2. Slip from Galli. Torres to Sylvie Cristobal. Out to Claudia Indias. Recently turned 17 in this game here. Captain Arrufe, there's the give and go. Would have been a lovely goal, wouldn't it? She's frustrated that she got underneath the shot. Lovely interchange. Started and not quite finished, if you like, by the skipper here. Lovely flip around the corner from Rosalia, who really looks to have a ball stick at the moment, Italy. Keeps on coming back at them. Anna Kerr. Julia Torres. Everyone behind the ball for Italy. Seen a tiny bit of Galli, nothing of Gazzoni or Romanelli. Romanelli dropping into a deep midfield role to help the defence here. Soaking up pressure, big time. Strong run, no problem. Sylvie Cristobal stepping up. Played 44 minutes in the league at senior level for Real Madrid this season, Sylvie Cristobal. It's a serious achievement for somebody who turned 17 last week. Indias keeps it moving. Jose Alaba. Torres. 16-year-old at centre-back, started first game. Julio Torres benched and then back in. What a lovely touch that was from Arrufe into Anna Kerr. Well, Rosalia wearing number 10, Arrufe and Kerr up top. Those three look like really slippery customers here, and they've all been Julio Torres of Sevilla. And here she is again. Carvajal, she plays for Huelva and has had a couple of appearances for them in La Liga this term. Now Rosalia, another Sevilla player. She gets it back here. There's a bit of space out there for Indias. Deep cross. Anna Kerr is interested. Venturelli happy to let it run. Cristobal into Indias again. So many touches for that Spanish back four. They've got plenty who have experience from this tournament last year. Spain, Lua Arrufe up top. Was a regular starter in that. 3 goals in qualifying. Excuse me, 3 goals in the tournament and 1 in qualifying, and a regular player for the tournament that Spain won in Sweden. She was 15 then, 16 now. She's the target of that pass. Bressan is. Carvajal back to Alvarez, still untested. Half an hour in, a third of the game gone. Nothing for the Spanish keeper to worry about so far. Maybe that in itself is something to worry about. Here's Candela. No, Jimenez, the real theme of this first half, her getting up that left flank. France doing what they have to do, beating Poland. And we're still none the wiser with an hour to play in Group B. Group A concluded yesterday, in case you missed that. Norway making sure of finishing second behind the Netherlands. So those are the two from that foursome who will be in next week's semi-finals. Netherlands with a perfect record. Firm lines into what is going in the other game, because it has to affect what you do here, because you can have a moment where a draw is fine, or even a defeat is fine, as long as it's not by a certain amount of goals, and then that picture can change, and it is changing all the time because the French 2-0 up on Poland. Here is Candela. Italy could be in big trouble. They may not know it yet, these players, but at the moment they have to score a goal. They have scored in both so far, just the one against the French, 4 against Poland. Nobody that deep. Although Claudia Indias has eaten up the ground to get there. Nice touch. Montse Alabart wins Spain a corner. The edge of the box, but there hasn't been a ton of goal threat from Spain. There's been even less, far less from Italy. This middle third, they look really tidy. Rosalia has been responsible for a lot of it. Here she comes now. Italy getting those blocks. Sylvie Cristobal, good pass. Anna Kerr. Venturelli needed a bit of help. It came. Romanelli here, releasing Galli. How about this for a counter? Galli is away. Huge moment in the group. Galli can't miss and doesn't miss. And having soaked up all that pressure, Italy lead on the counter. The holders, Spain, are behind, and as it stands, they are going out. Deadly counter, and what composure from Galli. Look at the way to pass here. Sylvie Cristobal couldn't afford to touch her. She had to hope her keeper would do something. Galli made light of it. So calm. Alvarez has not had a save to make in this game, and she wasn't getting the top, are now third and missing out on the semis. As it stands, there is still almost an hour of football to be played in Group B, which continues to thrill, as it has done right from the off. Giulia Garzoni here. Still 15 years of age. In to start today. Curls a delicious ball in there. That was really awkward. Bedini, well, it wouldn't drop for her to hit. I think Randazzo's just had a go. Closer to the corner flag than... Still 2-0 to the French in the other game. Here's Romanelli. Nicely done from the Inter player. Galli offside. I think 30-odd minutes of Spain attacking and attacking, generally being frustrated. One great ball, one very composed bit of forward play. And the Italians jumped from third to first in that moment. A reminder. Spain have a free kick. Late on. They'd love to change the narrative with an equaliser here. Forward by Indias, but aimless in the end. So far. Noah Jimenez coming forward, Venturelli sticking with it, and Picardi for help. It's a decent cross. The Spanish coaching staff asking for a penalty there. Was a little nudge by Randazzo. Asking the question, we've had our 2 added minutes in the hands of the Belgian referee now, who blows a whistle right there, Jana van Leeuwen. And as it stands, Italy are doing a job on the holders. They sat back, they closed the gaps, they got their blocks in. 0. Italy kick off the last 45 minutes of Group B. Currently just on top. France in second, and the holders Spain, as it stands, will not make it to this just to get into the World Cup. Rosalia injured very early on here by that Giudici challenge. Pleasure to watch in the first half here. A lot can still happen, and probably will, during the course of this second half. Rosalia looks as if she's going to be okay to continue for now as she comes back. Spain at half-time. A couple to begin with today. Italian substitute Anna Coppelli in there. Zoni's dropped into midfield where Bedini was playing, and that Coppelli is restored to the kind of central forward role that she, Romanelli and Galli were the front 3 for the first 3 games. Robbioni. Colleague at Inter with Martina Romanelli. Spain have won it back high here. Options left, right and centre. Anna Kerr goes for goal. It's on target, but that's all. Candela, the latest frustrated Spanish player, unable to avoid these tenacious Italian tackles that are coming in, and surely will until they run out of puff, if indeed they do. Great work rate. Such a precious lead to try and hold on to. And the margins are this tight. Such tension. Goal for Spain, and they... Oh. Rosalia away from the challenges. It's opening up for her. Has to be a pass. Here's Anna Kerr. The angle is tight. Deflection on the cross. Gazzoni out, but not very far out. Carvajal. Coppelli with real composure. Randazzo. Happy to kick it long and hard, just to try and get Italy up the field again this second half, taking on the pattern that the first did. Arrufe on the charge. Another good block from Verini. Picardi now under pressure. She's kept it in, but she's surrounded by Spanish red, and that's going to be a corner. Good delivery, and right on the goal line. Robbioni couldn't quite grab it, and it's just hacked clear in the end by Galli, the goal scorer, to protect the lead she gave her team and nation. Robbioni gratefully onto it. Third. Both these teams would love the Polish to get another, and another beyond that. What a frantic, nervous, brilliant finish to Group B. Far tighter than Group A was. And even that had something on it in the final game, 0-0 between Norway and Austria. Austria had to win. They never looked like doing so. Here's Rosalia. Testing cross, Randazzo with the header. And they're defending this lead as if it's the 90th minute right now, Italy. So nearly dropped there, and that'll be a nudge. Frustration for Anna Kerr. Ball hasn't spent much time in this half. During this half. Feels just like the first half when Italy soaked up the pressure. But all the ball they've had, 20, 30 metres from goal. They've not had a lot of chances, Spain. The better of them, certainly. Nicely done again. Lua Arrufe playing wider in this half. And Noah Jimenez, who swapped flanks during this second half. Comfortable enough for Robbioni. Gazzoni quickly into the challenge, Sylvie Cristobal. Galli skips away from the challenge from Julia Torres, and here comes Venturelli. That's not a bad cross, that. Rare use of the gloves for... Indias switch flanks with Noah Jimenez in this second half. Nothing doing for the left back there, though. That's really well won. Here's Carvajal finding herself out wide. Italy's free kick. Missing out on the semi-finals. They are third, France are second, Italy top of the group. One Spanish goal. And Spain will be through and Italy will be out. And maybe that's going to happen here. How's the cutback? Second time round, Rosalia. Oh, what a save. Two of them, but the second was brilliant. Stopping her progress, in fairness. Well spotted. Torres, back to Alvarez. From an accidental assailant. No question that Lua Arufe is playing a more wide right role. Here she is, right on cue. They've changed that right side completely for this second half. Trying to find a way through. Rosalia pulls it back. Barrios! Well, wouldn't that have been perfect introduction? Barely a minute on the field, Claudia Barrios. Good luck watching that one, Jana van Ledder, the Belgian referee. It's a deep delivery this time. Robbie only came. Was being impeded, apparently. It's a big up and under. Very difficult to see what's going on in all of this. I'm not sure that she was fouled, but equally I'm not sure it... Sylvie Cristobal is still playing it cool, the Spanish. And he takes a second to score a goal and all that. He's won it back quickly here. Barrios to Vera Molina. Well, ambitious from there, and just for a second. Robbie only had the Italians worried. Good strike from Julia Torres. Nearly too hot to handle. Here comes Torres. Oh, it's really good. Off the bar, maybe via a touch, maybe not. Robbie only then grabs it. Maybe the flag had gone up anyway, but for the rebound, this obviously would have stood. No, there was no touch. Well, she came pretty close a moment ago. She's come even closer there. Spain have hit the front. They need the passing to be sharper than that. Italy looking for another counter. She could be in again. Igali! Oh my goodness! She's going to score a second. The ultimate smash and grab this by the counter. They both count the same. It's Italy 2, holders Spain 0. It's a lovely teasing ball. Sylvie Cristobal went for it when her keeper had come. Galli just had to be there to put it in. She's on a hat-trick. It was a cushion before, but the most uncomfortable kind. Now it feels a little more comfortable. Spain have got to score twice in 20 minutes, or they're out. They will not be in the semi-finals unless they do it. It remains 2-1. Well, they were patiently knocking around the Spanish when they only needed one. There has to be more urgency now. Jimenez, charged down by the retreating Coppelli. Another shot blocked This time it's Indias who had the shot. They have done that job so well here, Italy. They really have. They've got bodies in the way. Barrios on the charge for Spain. They need something, and they might get it here. Robbioni's there again to deny Lua Rufe. Well, the Spanish coaching staff were expecting and wanting to hear a whistle. Player down here, but Italy coming forward. Cleverly done by Anna Kerr. It's frantic now. Barrios. Romanelli again. That's there to be one. Randazzo wasn't pulling out of that, but the ricochet falls for Chacon. What a lovely pass that is. Lua Rufe here. Wonderful skills. Robbioni again. Well, the Italian keeper is having one heck of a game here. Great composure from the Spanish skipper. Barrios into the crowd. It was heading for the corner, that. I am certain without the block from Randazzo it would have been in. It's the Austrian coaching contingent watching on. As things stand, they're going to be playing Spain for a place in the World Cup. Vera Molina. Well, given the saves Robbioni's made today, that still France leading Poland 2-1. At this rate, Spain are going to need the Poles to do them a favour. That's a good ball. Galli could be in for the hat-trick here. That's a penalty, isn't it? Oh, not given. Up comes Spain now with Chacon. Rosalia. 8 goals from Rosalia in qualifying. From Robbioni to deny what at the time would have been a 1-1 equaliser that would have put Spain through. They can't rely on Poland to score an equaliser against the French. It might happen, but basically they got 10 minutes, maybe 15, to score twice. And that did flick off captain. Taken short to Anna Kerr. Venturelli is there. Deep, awkward cross. Making it as far away as I can. Spain remain technical. They won't be launching it. Jimenez into Carlota Chacon. Arufe back to Chacon. Dangerous, but cleared. Not very far cleared. Real calmness there from Sylvie Cristobal. It is attack versus defence, and it has been all game long, in truth. And yes, they've had a little bit of luck, the Italians, with the woodwork twice. And cut out by Giudici. And here is Picardi. And Romanelli would have been a long way offside even. So rare for Spain to be shut out. They haven't been yet. We've probably got 10 minutes remaining here. Oh, it's a great ball. And Iraya, who's just come on with a great chance. Robbioni's second half here has been something to behold. Tall keeper, got down well. That good ball, wasn't it, from Noah Jimenez? Having just come onto the field. Spain have had 9. Norway there. A lot of movement in that box. Robbioni gratefully grabs it. And we have 4 minutes to play plus stoppage time. Picardi. No, what's Romanelli going to do? Oh, she's looking for Galli here. Well, Alvarez, who still hasn't really made a save worthy of the name, but has been beaten twice, came out and got there. Right, the French have scored again with 2 minutes to go. That's 3-1, so that's them in. Spain have to score 2 now. They're not going to get help from Poland. 2 minutes and stoppage time. Chacon deflected. Robbioni, an immovable object back there, apart from when she's needed to dive down low. Bressan in with another important challenge, and again it's just launched absolutely anywhere. How's the cross here? Venturelli has something on it. Barrios. And at every turn, they're getting so many bodies in the way. Five on the board, and we are into the first of them now. Lua Rufe, been excellent today. One of a number who have been thwarted and frustrated by Matilda Robbioni. Romanelli and then Giudici. Anna Kerr got hit by that, and the referee just wanted to check straight away that that wasn't. 4 minutes to play. Well, that's a wonderful effort. Oh, you cannot believe this. Santi Cristobal with a 1 in a million hit from a mile out. Well, maybe it was going to take something special to beat Robbioni. Italy 2, Spain 1, 3.5 minutes for the Spanish to save themselves. They have to score one more. Extraordinary end to a brilliant Group B. Italy have held so firm. If they concede, they're out. Deflection on the cross, and Robbioni jumps on this one. Vera Molina helps it onto Barrios. They're still calm with it. Italy have just got to keep it, and Galli couldn't do that. Now she looks like she's injured. Play will go on. Don't stop for a foot or an ankle injury or a knee. That's what it looked like. Chacon has sliced it. Now the referee's attention has been given the drop ball by the referee. Probably, or maybe even as many as 2 minutes still to play here, actually, after that. Rufe away from the challenge. Into minute 95 we go. She's gone for it again. 3 Poland 1 with full time about to happen there. So if the holders don't score now, they're out. Uriah not allowed to go forwards. They kept hold of the ball. It's got to go long, and that's not really what Spain do. They don't have the time to pass their way up the field. And Alvarez launches it. Rosalia. Dangerous looking cross, but not dangerous enough. Robbie only jumps on it. Italy have done it. They top Group B, and we know who the big hero is. Couple of goals for Galli, but it's Robbioni who's getting swamped now. The holders, Spain, are out. They had all the ball, nearly all the chances. They hit the woodwork. They scored one of the goals of all time, but they have been beaten. A playoff to come against Austria. Well, it's a semi-final. Spain, who always make the final, will not be doing so this year. Italy, who have topped Group B against Norway in the other one. Those are to come next week, as is the World Cup playoff. A real story here for Giulia Galli and Italy. Sees the Azzurri beat the holders. Italy 2, Spain 1. What a group, what a game.